Hello, my name is Dr. Joanna Kujawa, and I'm an author, scholar, academic, and a spiritual detective. I'm delighted to be part of Luminaries at Sacred Stories, as my recent book, The Ave Goddess, Mary Magdalene, and the Goddesses of Eros and Secret Knowledge, is now published by Sacred Stories. I would like to tell you something about myself, but sometimes it's not very easy, as even in this one lifetime, I sometimes feel that I lived many lives. So, for example, I now live in subtropical Australia, but I'm also a Canadian citizen, but I was born in Poland. So, I think if I can tell you something about my work and about myself, I should start with my roots. Because as a young girl in Poland, I was exposed to two beautiful images of the goddess or the divine feminine. One of them is more common, that of Virgin Mary or Mother Mary, which is a beloved and very beautiful archetype of a compassionate mother which is known across many cultures. And the other one was that of Mary Magdalene. And even as a young girl, I couldn't help but wonder whether the story of Mary Magdalene was not more interesting, wiser, and deeper than we were told, whether her story was somehow suppressed in our collective unconscious and needs to be uncovered. However, it took me many years before I started to study Mary Magdalene in any serious way. In the meantime, I traveled around the world and studied at many universities, and I was studying the works of tantric philosophers from 10th century, where I encountered again uh, other archetypes of the other goddess, such as Sundari or Kali, which were goddesses possessing secret knowledge and who were also erotically empowered and used the erotic power for spiritual transformation and for spiritual evolution. Only some time later, I met some people who invited me to go on a spiritual adventure to Jerusalem. And there, in Jerusalem, in the church of Mary Magdalene on the Mount of Olives, I encountered a painting of Mary Magdalene where she is portrayed standing and with her hand extended towards us. And that really inspired my research because I started to ask myself whether this painting symbolizes perhaps of passing of some knowledge. Perhaps she had some secret knowledge for us that needs to be uncovered now. So upon my return to Australia, I began to study the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the Gospel of Philip, and other Gnostic works, where Mary Magdalene is portrayed as the goddess of wisdom, as the divine feminine, and as the feminine wisdom, but also as someone who possesses sexual alchemy. This reminded me very much of many much earlier goddesses from Sumer or Egypt, such as Nimna, Inanna, or Isis, or even the tantric goddesses of Hinduism, such as Kali or Sundari. And as I was starting to put these things together, my mission became clear for me. I realized that my mission is really twofold. One is to give a voice back to these powerful goddesses who had some secret message for us, who are goddesses of wisdom and of eros. And also, the second mission was to change the way we think about our own sexuality, which is so often portrayed in such dark terms. Because these goddesses use their erotic power for their spiritual evolution and for the evolution of human species. So I think we have a lot to learn from them. For that reason, I would like to invite you to my podcast, The Ave Goddess, here at Sacred Stories. Also, you can check me on my YouTube channel as Dr. Joanna Kujawa. And even if you could engage in a conversation with me with my book, The Ave Goddess, Mary Magdalene and the Goddesses of Secret Knowledge. So I hope that you join me in one of these platforms and we can carry on the conversation about the Ave Goddess. Thank you so much.